Right
I'll-
Honorable
I'll
Speaker.
pick 5 people.
Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the committee for the report. As the Shadow Minister for Arts and Culture, we thank you for the representation. Right Honorable Speaker, we must accept that the telecom companies are doing a disservice to the innovation and the creative world. But this can only be cured if we work on the policy, which policy is the copyright law. Right Honorable Speaker, beginning with that, I was granted leave way back in 2022, July. Government immediately harmonized with me and promised that by December 2022, this bill will be amended. Up now, Right Honorable Speaker, we took the entire year and this bill hasn't been even presented to the executive. We want to know what the government is up to, because this is not a technical bill unless there is something the government is hiding. But if the government is to empower innovation and creativity, this is a sector that has been spearheaded by private individuals. It is now an established industry that calls for no further questioning. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to lobby members and take them to only one item: the callback tunes, those songs you hear when they call you or when you call somebody. They are charged 700 by telecom companies. In this, I will be particular with MTN Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. With the 700,000 that telecom companies charge, VAT of 18% is taken away, and that is 107. Standard exercise 12%, which is 64 shillings, is also taken away. Then we have 19% as platform fees, which is 101. Then MTN deemed cost is 20%, which is 106. Then the remaining fee that remains, that an artist has to share with the telecom company, is 323 shillings out of the 700 shillings. Now, out of that remaining revenue, MTN still takes 60%, and then the artist takes 40% together with the aggregator. There is a middleman in between. Not that the artist is going to take 40%, but there is a middleman who an artist has to share the 40% remaining. So you can get the situation under which the creative world is operating. With this, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg that we speed up the copyright amendment, where we shall stipulate the revenue share between the creators, government, and then the aggregators in general. Thank you very much.
Now, the point Honorable Hilary Chaga is raising, the committee was recommending 6 months. But I remember they said the consultations had been completed. And so why don't we have the bill? Why do we again come to resolve to give a leeway of 6 months? And then the Attorney General Chambers will be saying, but you gave us 6 months and we just started counting. I think we should reduce on that period to address these concerns. If they don't meet the deadline within that stipulated time, then the private member, because you see, Honorable colleagues, some of these private members' bills, when you analyze deeply, okay, you find that the implementation aspect has an issue of money. Now, and you become limited by Article 93. You rush, you enact a bill, and you find that implementation aspect will remain weak because it's a private member's bill that is limited by Article 93 on issues of financing the agencies involved. So when you work together with the government, like Honorable Hillary has done, and I want to commend you for that, you build up a very good bill, and I'm going to ensure that I follow up this bill comes quickly. Ngara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the committee for the report that well stipulates whatever they have said. I am in support of what they have said. And also, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to add my voice, especially to the issue of the artists. When you look at the money that government gets annually, it is 75 billion. But when you look at when we get down to the calculations, the aggregators get 583 billion 200. Mr. Speaker, like my colleague Honorable Chiaga stated, the artists are being robbed off during daylight. They're being exploited. Why? Because MTN or Airtel, they put about very, very many costs, very many taxes that have not been explained to us, to the committee. The aggregators, we are made to believe are the MTN and Airtel themselves, or those communication companies. But they purport to say these aggregators come from outside. And now we want to see if government has the spirit to help the artists from these robbers, Mr. Speaker. Because it even takes a bigger share. The person who has come up to do their creative art is left behind. Mr. Speaker, just a little more time. Mr. Speaker, there are very many brokers. There is also an issue whereby they say an artist is registered to a certain record label. When they leave that record label, this company, the telecom company, is going to continue liaising with the record label. When they leave, they are not even assisted. They don't get this money. So, Mr. Speaker, government should speed up this bill for the musicians to earn from their sweat. Thank you.
Honorable Aisha Kawanda.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I hope your comment on Honorable Chiaga's submission will calm down the artists. I must tell you, they have perceived Honorable Chiaga wrongly, and they speak very negatively of him. They think he gave in. Please save our comrade. Because they didn't understand him surrendering his bill to government. You have well explained that sometimes it could have a financial implication. I actually was about to suggest that Honorable Chiaga would repossess his bill and move on. But we shall move as we conclude. We reduce the time to 2 months. Since they've done everything, 2 months will be sufficient for them to bring this bill and we proceed. Otherwise, our colleague is in trouble. Having said that,